Welcome back, everybody. Benedict Arnold here, previous general of the Revolutionary War, and finishing up my story. I got tonight, and I think my carriage should be repaired. The wagon wheel broke on it, so I might be out of here tomorrow, but we'll make sure we finish my story so you get my side. Anyway, so I left you with, I was going to go visit General Washington. I went and visited him, and General George convinced me not to resign, to stay on. I submitted my letter, and he denied it, told me to stay on. He'd try and make things better for me. And he understood and valued my contribution, and it was good to hear. It was good to hear that somebody that was knowledgeable and not a politician was recognizing my actions. So he sent me back to the Northern Army, and I was with General Gates again. General Gates and I had a love-hate relationship, mostly hate than love, but so anyway, so we go up there, and they're up around Albany in that neck of the woods, and so he sends me off to help end the siege of Stanwix, Fort Stanwix. So I go out there, about 500 guys, and once again, we get there, we take action, the British go away, we survive the day. So I go back, and General Johnny Burgoyne, who's British general, is coming down the Hudson, and General Howe is supposed to be coming up from Philadelphia up to Albany, and there's another guy supposed to be coming out of the west, and they're going to have a three-prong attack because they figure this is the way that they're going to get that whole Hudson River. Well, we stop them in the woods. General Howe decides he doesn't want to get involved, wants to stay in Philadelphia or go back to New York, so he never shows up. So General Burgoyne is now faced with doing it on his own. So anyway, what happens basically is that we have a battle on September the 19th. It was called the First Battle of Saratoga, or Freeman's Farm. And we lose ground on that. We do good. We do good. We show them that we can fight, but we lose ground. And I get into a heated debate with General Gates about how he fought the battle. And I'm never one to shy away from telling people when they're messed up, and I did, and he relieved me of command. I'm no longer the second in charge of the North Army. And I was like, what? So anyway, so Burgoyne doesn't do anything, Gates doesn't do anything, which is typical for Gates. He doesn't do anything. He just lets the battles take place, however they take place. So anyway, Burgoyne, he hangs around, we hang around, we're in a kind of a stalemate. Burgoyne decides on October the 7th that he's getting out of there, he's leaving. And he sends out a little party off to his right, and we send out Colonel Morgan, who is a wonderful guy, and we send him out to the left, and they meet each other, and instead of just ignoring each other, they get into a battle, and the British send more troops, and Gates reluctantly sends a couple more troops. Well, I get into this conversation with Gates and all of our aides and stuff about we need to attack now. We need to go right up their center, and we can destroy them and win. Gates and I are at it for like 2 hours. Finally, he sends me back. He says, you don't even belong here. You're not part of this army. Go to your quarters. So he sends me back to my quarters. And I'm steaming. I am just, man, I can hear the gunfire. And because my quarters are closer to the front lines than his. So I'm just pacing back and forth and really working myself into a frenzy. And I really, the night before, I had met these two young men, the Bartlett cousins. There was John and Daniel Bartlett, and these two guys had they were great guys. I had a nice conversation with them. They had just finished the fall crops, put them all in, and walked from New Hampshire to New York to participate in the Revolutionary War. And they were so enthused. And it just irked me that these young men who could do this great deed were going to be led by a do-nothing general. So anyway, so that kind of spurred me a little bit. So I go out, I get on my horse, I ride past Gates's place and tell him I'm going to the battle. And so off I go. You know me, got to be in the front of the line, got to be the head guy. So here's a little drawing here. So here's our line, here's Gates back here, here's my thing. And then the British have these readouts, and we know what they are. They're just big wooden and dirt structures and stuff. They had a line here, they had a line here, and their main line was over here. But all the battle was over in here, and they kept bringing guys this way. So anyway, to make the battle go very quickly, I leave my place, and I come up here, and I'm just riding back and forth between these two things, keeping the troops going. They're going like this, and I'm trying to figure out a way to break it, just to break it open for us. And we're doing very well. We're holding our own. We're not retreating. The British keep coming, and we keep them at bay, and we're doing well. Finally, I realized that there's a gate in the back of this redoubt here, and I get all my guys, and we're going to go in the back of this, and some of us, Morgan and his guys, are going to go in the front. So I come around this thing, and this is my demise right here. This is where it all happens. I ride through the redoubt. I got the guys behind me. I turn my horse like this, and I'm looking at these German soldiers, and I'm yelling at them, and the guys are charging, and somebody shoots me in the leg, breaks my bone in my leg, and then they shoot my horse. Number five horse, dead. Shoot my horse, and the horse falls and lays on my leg. We end up winning the battle. The next day, the Redcoats surrender, and we get about 5,200 prisoners. Who takes credit for this whole battle strategy? Not me. I don't get credit for it. Gates writes a letter to Congress, all the politicians, saying what a great job he did with this battle. Now, the significance of this battle is twofold. One, it puts me out of commission and sends me to Philadelphia, where we'll finish up our whole story tomorrow. And two, it shows the French, who we've been trying to get on our side, that we really can win a war. And this battle was so significant, and the winning of this battle so significant, that the French king says, okay, they can do it, we're going to join them, and they start providing us with men, ships, money, everything. So our actions, my actions at this battle, gave us what we needed to win the war. So tomorrow, I go to Philadelphia, and then we'll finish off. My wagon will be ready, my carriage will be ready, and you'll have Mark back. Thanks. See you later.